Hello and welcome to our astrological vibrations for Friday, August 19th, 2022 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi, and our energy mantra for today is my soul is activated when I lean into love. And today, what an astro day. Building to an astro weekend, building to an astro 8 months. Now let me just say off the bat, Joe is having surgery today on Friday. So please send him good vibes, good juju. We appreciate that so much. I do not know what my day is going to look like, and I do not have it in me right now to film in advance. I'm going to try to do a video for Saturday the 20th, just because Mars moving into Gemini is a huge thing. I'm going to give you a little download of it, but really I want to dig into it. If I'm not able to, though, it will come up, whether it's on Monday for Monday's video or if I get some other time of the weekend. Just know that it's coming. So, speaking of it's coming, this is our last day with Mars in Taurus, and this energy is so potent in setting us up for Mars in Gemini. Mars is going to be in Gemini all the way through March of 2023. It's going to move through Gemini to, I think, 25 degrees, and then move back pretty far, I think to 8 or 9 degrees, and then move through again. So this is a lot of Gemini energy that we're moving into, yet we need the steadiness, the fixedness, the valuability. Understanding your values is so important because Gemini energy is changeable. Gemini energy can change on a dime, or on a word, or on a whim, or on a vine. Because I liken Gemini energy a lot of times to Tarzan swinging on vines. It's meant to be changeable. It's meant to be mutable. And we are going to utilize this change energy. And yet, being strong in what is valuable to you, what has value, knowing your worth, is going to be very important in this energy so that you can hold strong to what is truly of value to you and not just switch that on a whim or switch that on a dime. So today's energy holds a lot of weight as we have Mars, our planet of action, our planet of passion, our planet of aggression at 29 Taurus, ready to shift in early, it's 1 a.m. Pacific time, right around there, on Saturday. So we really do want to be very strong, very cognizant of our values in this energy. That being said, Mars at 29 degrees has a lot of other oomph behind it. And that oomph can be very passionate. It can also be really aggro, really aggressive, especially as in the morning we have the moon in Taurus rolling over Mars. I always say moon and Mars together is temper tantrum energy. So your aggro may be up. It's relatively early in the morning. It's let's see, 4:05 a.m. Pacific time. So what is that? 7 a.m. East Coast. Sorry, Europe. That math is beyond me right now. But early in the day, we are going to feel that aggro energy and maybe some temper tantrums. And it may be around your worth. It may be around what you value. It may be around financial situations. Don't worry, there's going to be plenty of other times to get this aggro out. But just be aware that it is there. Even with Mars in Taurus at 29 degrees, you want to be very slow and steady wins the race, very methodical in what you go through, just because that Mars can also be shifty on a dime. The other thing that I always think is valid in astrology is, while we have these parameters energetically that we look at, we as humans feel things energetically in different ways, different times. So some of us may start feeling this Mars in Gemini energy coming in already, and it may feel a little high octave. I I have many mixed energies coming in as I tune into Friday. One is that high active, like, feeling, and that could be the moon shifting into Gemini already. The moon shifting into Gemini is getting us ready for the sounds or the feels of that. Mars is just gonna add to the think of crazy chickens. Like, that's the energy of this for sure. The other is like flatline. Especially with Mars about to shift to 0 degrees, you may feel that flatline energy as well. The moon is also shifting, like I said. So the moon is shifting into Gemini 5:06 a.m. So the first part of the morning may be very so just realize probably some variation of all of these. You may have some tired and wired going on in this. Slow and steady. Be conscientious. Notice where you're putting your feet down. Is kind of that overall feeling of today. Now, just to feed into this overall everything, we have that yod. That yod is definitely finishing up today, and we have the sun in conjunct Pluto. This is not what I would choose for ideal surgery astro date, but I did not get a choice in this. So, Pluto energy is ultimately about empowerment. So, yay for that, right? So there's a lot of empowerment in and through this energy. But again, that's a choice. And a lot of times it means facing those places where we do not feel that way, where we feel puny, where we feel small, where we feel less than. And again, with Neptune still feeding into this yod, this has strings to multiple lifetimes, not to mention just this one, not to mention what we're in currently. But with that Pluto energy engaging the day, Mars at 29, like, somebody's already on your last nerve as of this horoscope. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to have a last nerve to give. So just recognize that in this energy that your rope is very short, you know, in this. I hate that saying. I'm sorry. I don't like that saying. But, you know what I'm saying. Like, or your dynamite rope stick is very rope stick. I don't even know what I'm talking about. You know, you don't have very far to go to push you in this energy. Even those of you who are saintly may really feel this quite strongly. Then once the moon moves into Gemini, speaking of pushing things, the only connection it's making today is a connection to Jupiter. Jupiter in Aries. So moon in Gemini, Jupiter in Aries. Moon in Gemini hyping up that fire energy. So it's kind of a lot. It's kind of a lot that we're moving through, and you just have to be really conscientious and aware. Yeah, again, you're not gonna have much give in this energy, and you may not feel the grace very strong in and through this energy. One of the things I do like, let's see how close this is. I'm looking at my chart, and I do see Venus is coming into connection with Ceres, really counting on your inner mother, your inner nurturing energy, compassionate energy can help you move through this. It may also involve telling yourself to sit down, tune in, and allow yourself to process through all of these layers that you're feeling. Layers like the projections. People are going to be projecting their displeasure on each other in this, and you do not have to take that on in through this. I think I have the We Are the World card in reverse. I think we're going to be feeling quite disjointed in all of this as well. There's some baggage that we've got to put down. The Traveling card, but it's in reverse. We're carrying some heavy baggage that just, it needs to shift, it needs to change, and that's probably going to happen with Mars moving into Gemini. So it's like you're at the final part of this journey, like lugging that heavy bag around. Final card that I have is the Control card in reverse. And again, between the Yod and the moon stuff and the Mars at 29, we may not feel like we have so much control over ourselves in this. Again, the rope is short, whether it's dynamite or whatever. So just be aware of that in this energy. And then on Saturday, Mars shifting into Gemini. Like I said, I will come back and do a video on that. Last thing I want to mention, Saturday is actually Joe's birthday. So yes, he is having surgery, and then his birthday. So please send him good energy, because I just think this is going to be a lot for us as well. So you are not in this alone. I am right here with you, carrying this heavy bag. All right, so I'm going to leave this here. You can book a reading. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. Our GoFundMe link is still below. We still have no idea what all of these bills are going to look like. We are getting some sense of it, but it's all a lot and very hard to face still. Book a reading. And I will be back when I can be with this Mars in Gemini scope. Until then, notice where you are placing your feet conscientiously. Besides that, the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and so important right now, honor your values. Namaste.